Unbelievable.
All right, let's move
Get
on.
me out of here.
We got to talk about partner and third party games. Specifically, we have
A lot.
the Duskbloods. We're going to talk about third party in general, but this one specifically, Nintendo has a exclusive, quote unquote. We don't know if it's timed exclusive yet or if it's an exclusive from software game, a PvPvE game.
Hey, Bloodborne people. How we feeling?
This is Bloodborne 2 with an asterisk.
How we feeling, guys?
Yeah, because like I was legit sitting there. I was like, "Is this Bloodborne 2? Like how they wrestle it from Sony?"
I could feel FromSoft people seething in rage when this wasn't Bloodborne 2. Bloodborne.
I didn't feel that. I felt the seething rage that it was a Switch 2 exclusive.
Oh, there's.
I've had two separate friends text me today saying I'm really about to have to go buy a $500 system to play one game.
I was shocked that.
Hey, people spend $500 and $600 to play Monster Hunter.
Sure, I'm just saying, like, FromSoft has like such a cult around it now. So like that doesn't surprise. I know people who did it with PS4s with Bloodborne. So
I actually thought it was Castlevania. A lot of people no, because the way that he was looking, everybody didn't know that it would be like a From Software game or anything. A lot of people just like, oh, this guy with the girl lifted her hands up and everything. It looked, they're just like, could this be Castlevania? It went to
when I saw the sigil on his hand, I was like, this has to be Bloodborne.
So this is also part of a deeper connection that they're having with FromSoft because you're getting Elden Ring Tarnished Edition.
Yep.
With this, which is going to come with Shadow of the Air Tree, and it's coming with other unannounced content. Which I imagine it's probably just like some armor sets or something. I can't imagine that they're going to have actual like quests and story content exclusive to this version.
That'd be crazy. If
that would be unprecedented. I feel like not necessarily unprecedented, but like to do that when you've already re-released this game twice and a brand new Elden Ring game is coming out the week before this. Would be a wild move.
Sounds like Mass Effect on the Wii U, huh?
Kind of. This is really cool though that From was front and center at this. Like From was one of 2 or 3 major third-party developers. When you see a studio that is making some of the most successful games out there right now, and then like making the Soulsborne genre, they made their own genre for God's sake, like, or at least popularized it, if nothing else. Like, that's a huge indicator of what the third-party support is going to look like. So, like, yeah, it's really cool they got an exclusive game, but I think the partnership with From is probably more exciting knowing, like, what's coming in the future, because what else could you get here? You never got Dark Souls 2 and 3 on the Switch. Remastered did not run super well. Could you get Dark Souls 2 and 3? Could you get Sekiro here? If you're getting Elden Ring, you can get everything else. Is Night Rain going to come here? That's another question we have to start asking. Like, probably not at launch since it's not crossplay, but it's so cool that now we can have that conversation of, oh my God, like a new FromSoft game was announced. Is it going to come here? Is Armored Core going to be the next one to come? You know, like outside of Demon Souls and Bloodborne, pretty much everything from is on the table now.
Well,
that's huge.
I mean, it was probably one of the biggest Japanese companies that was missing out because, like, Konami, Bandai Namco, Koei Tecmo, Capcom, all of them were being successful. Bandai
Namco could have brought it over at any time. They owned the Dark Souls IP.
I mean, Dark Souls Remastered is on Switch. I think a lot of people.
We got an amiibo.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that all those Japanese companies that work with Nintendo, Front Software was making a lot of third party for like Activision and Bandai Namco for Xbox, PC, and Sony. So they missed the Switch one, which is probably a power thing.
It's absolutely a power thing. Make no mistake.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Front Software could have even made a game fit for Nintendo Switch. Capcom did it with Monster Hunter Rise before they ported it. You know, I think Front Software could have did something like that. That was probably something from left field, or even a IP that was just like very creative if they wanted to. But I think Front Software focused more on the other consoles, which is not a bad thing or anything.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. This is a great indicator for what can happen with third-party partnerships now.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I just want to put Matt out of his misery, and I'm going to say the word capitalism.
Yeah, I think FromSoft having this game exclusively for however long is going to be really interesting to see how more companies kind of adjust their business model around this console. Obviously, you know, if this and the Steam Deck are along similar lines tech wise, you know, I could see a lot more kind of happening. You know, we did see a sizzle reel with stuff like Star Wars Outlaws, and obviously Borderlands 4 was shown here. And the one I have a big question mark about is Cyberpunk 2077.
Who's ready for their Switch 2 to melt in their hands?
I'm ready to walk forward with a T-pose and turn around and see no cars.
Yeah, I was excited to see some of the games that you're going to see here. Like, it made sense. Elden Ring is going to be here. Street Fighter 6 is coming. Yakuza 0, like Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, Yakuza series. That's a big one that we finally got that there, and they did hint that, you know, looking for more from the series for the Switch. I'm like, great.
Madden and EAFC are both back. Like, I cannot underscore to you guys how important it is that if these are the real versions of the game and not like the almost iOS versions that we were getting for a while, if these are the real versions, like the Series S-esque versions, that is insane pickup. Like, that's maybe the biggest movement in Madden and like sports games since Xbox got them to come to Xbox Live in 2004.
Yeah, Madden hasn't been on.
That is the biggest thing that could happen right now.
Yeah, Madden hasn't been on a Nintendo console since Madden 13 on the Wii U, which was a launch title. So, like,
but getting Joseph Ferris up there to talk about Split Fiction, another, like we just talked about, like Donkey Kong is probably going to be a contender for Game of the Year. You got Joseph Ferris out there talking about Split Fiction, and it's going to be a day one game. And if there's one thing we know people love with the Switch, it's playing couch co-op. Split Fiction is the perfect game for it.
Yeah, I almost feel like Split Fiction could do something cool with the Switch's kind of local functionality and have like literally split the screen down the middle.
Yep.
You know, with between two switches. So, but I don't know if it's too late to do that or not. But you know,
I think EA is trying to make up for lost time and lost business from missing the Switch, so they want to be on.
We talk about this all the time, though. They did not miss the Switch. The only thing was like Madden, and because FIFA was there, all the EA originals were there.
They no longer have to make different versions of these sports games. Like, that's the other thing. Like, 2K was announced as coming. Like, can I tell you how bad 2K is on the Switch?
It's amazing.
It's so bad. Like, I would rather play the iOS version, and that's not being sarcastic. That's how little effort, and to an already effortless series, that's how, like, you should be ashamed that you are putting this product out at $50 a year. You should be ashamed. But getting that is huge. Final Fantasy VII Remake coming over is big. That exclusivity window has finally ended. That's big. Yeah. This was not my pick to show up here. I kind of thought we were going to see Final Fantasy 16 today, but we'll take 7. And more people who can play Remake, the better.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. Bravely Default might have been my other big surprise here, that we're getting that remastered, and it looks great.
Yeah.
It's only $40. We got something under $80, guys. That's an exclusive. It's $40.
Yeah. I wonder. So the one thing I have here that I have a question about, not that it'll run on the Switch too, but so Hogwarts Legacy, right? I wonder if, not that WB makes a lot of great decisions, but I wonder if they would go into that, you know, Switch 2 upgrade program, because Hogwarts Legacy is on the Switch, believe it or not.
It looks like garbage. I'm just gonna say it.
So I'm gonna say no, considering Andre's commentary.
Yeah,
this will be the factor of, can Generation 1 Switch games be upgraded to the Switch 2? That's how I see this. And Hogwarts is the first and perfect test. If Hogwarts looks great on the Switch 2, send it.
Yeah.
Send it.
Yeah, Yakuza 0 also, right? Because Yakuza 1 Kiwami, I think, is on Switch. So like, would that be upgraded to some sort of, I don't know, Xbox One, PS4 version?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be just a regular version that they brought out, like for Xbox and PlayStation. Because I think the Series X version don't even have any updates. It's kind of still like the PlayStation 4 version.
Yeah.
So,
Stephanie, were you going to say something?
No, it was just the comment on, when they were talking about Hogwarts Legacy, that there'll be seamless transitions to different areas. I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's just a port version of it.
Yeah.
Like they put the quality of life stuff on it.
As someone who did play a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch to cover it on the show, that open world is not an open world. It's literally like you load into different hub areas. And like the world looks like an open world, but you hit that loading wall and then it goes to a loading screen and then it just loads you on the other side of that wall.
I think the only game I have ever seen seamless transitions do almost perfect, because I didn't even clue in, was God of War. God of War 2018 and Ragnarok.
Oh, you mean when he shimmies through the wall in the cracks?
I just mean in the sense of like the camera is like always there, and like even cutscenes, like out of cutscenes, it always like it never seems to like falter.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I had a couple others that I thought were really cool here that just were like touched on very briefly. Confirming the 007 game is coming from IOI was really awesome.
Yeah,
GoldenEye.
Yes, yeah.
No, it's the brand new.
It's a brand new.
I know,
yeah,
but I want GoldenEye.
GoldenEye's already on the Switch. Go play it.
Yeah,
go play it.
That's fair.
It's that was really cool. Like again, it just highlights that that is a brand new game that is being developed for PS5 and Series X, and it is going to come to Switch too. Will it have the same quality? I hope so. Like we said, these are Series S specs, or at least damn close to it.
Would this be Amazon's first like third-party kind of thing for consoles?
No, because they don't have control over the game's IP for it.
Yeah.
Because it had Amazon's name on it, so that's why I was wondering.
That's because Amazon owns the 007 property.
Yeah,
but this was in production long before that, so Amazon's gonna have little to no say in this.
Yeah, because 007 is part of MGM Studios, and Amazon owns MGM Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why I was wondering. Like for this game, I thought Amazon would. I don't know if Amazon has any other IP that they put on any other console, or would this be like the first one?
New World.
Okay.
Seeing the continued partnership with Supergiant, getting Hades 2 here, huge. First console that's been. We know it's going to come to everything eventually, but seeing that makes me hopeful that we see it by Christmas this year on Switch 2, even if it's just early access. Really hoping.
Oh, I gotta say something real quickly. As a Monster Hunter guy, I apologize to everybody that was looking for a Monster Hunter announcement on Switch 2, because I feel your pain that you got Wild Hearts S on there, that's a game that EA abandoned like a year ago, and why is it showing up on a brand new console?
Yeah,
like to quote Stephanie from earlier, capitalism.
Is that
it's an existing asset you didn't have to pay much to bring over, so like why not see it? If you sell 10 more copies, that's 10 more copies than you sold before.
Okay, well I guess
money.
Like console launches are filled with so much fodder like this that I'm actually kind of like, hey, this is like a refreshing normal console launch. This is great.
Yeah. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Josh.
Because I felt the same way about Street Fighter 6, but I think what they're doing here is really cool. Street Fighter 6 is going to be $60 at launch, but it's coming with all of the DLC so far. All the Season Pass content is going to be included right off the bat.
Yeah.
And 3 new amiibo.
Yeah, I think Capcom Monster Hunter is going to come in probably, 2 years from now. I think
they'll make another one like how Rise was built for the Switch.
I'm pretty sure, because there's 3 Monster Hunter teams. And one team always makes the main game, which is what Wilds is right now. The second team makes the spin-off game, which is what Rise was for the Switch. And then the third team does backup for the expansion for the first game.
Who does the stuff like stories?
Somebody brought up Monster Hunter.
That's a completely different team. Oh, we're not doing this tonight. I just wanted to say I just want to say that my heart goes out to all the people who are looking for a Monster Hunter announcement, with the Switch 2 Direct, and they didn't get one. My heart goes out to you guys, because I was actually looking for it myself. I really want to see, but then again, Capcom just showed a lot of love, on the Switch 2 anyway. So hey, like Capcom's got something cooking.
And it just crossed 10 million. Wild's crossed 10 million in its first month. They don't want to take the wind out of its sails by announcing another game so soon.
Exactly.
But Stories 3 could easily see that announced this fall. Easily.
Yes. Especially how well Stories 2 did on the Switch.
Yep.
If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, Sana Dierig, Francisco Santillan, Matthew Keel, and Christian S. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network.